What's up, y'all? Much love. Ashmar Wedge. Yo, man, I just wanted to, I love boxing, man. I just felt like talking about it, so just made a video. I want to talk about some inside stuff on boxing, stuff that only a boxer would know. On my way from actually going to see my pops in the hospital now. Everybody say a prayer for him. But anyway, from a boxer standpoint about boxing, let me tell you where I saw a guy doing the pad works with a fighter, and I was seeing the combinations that he was calling his fighter to throw. They're not really, it looks good, but they're not really punches that a boxer would throw, a certified boxer. And then even more, it made me think about what is a boxer compared to a person who's just fighting or just throwing punches, or a professional boxer versus an amateur, or somebody who really hasn't been taught the actual moves that a boxer uses naturally without thinking about them. For example, when a boxer throws punches, when he counters, if you throw a right, he makes you miss from that side, and he counters to that side. And when he counters preferably to the bottom, to the body, to the head, or to the head, to the body. And then he switched to the other side, causing you to miss the next side. And then he goes to that side. When you see somebody who don't have those kinetics and don't box like that naturally, they don't get the shots off as easy. But what's the funny thing about it is, for me, an example, I fight a boxer who can box better than I fight a boxer who's just amateur, who don't really have those moves. Because the boxer who can box, I can predict his moves a little better. My defense is a little naturally better. But if I fight somebody who's sporadically throwing punches from everywhere and just throwing it without any wisdom behind him, I have the hardest time with that type of fighter. It's weird, it's funny how the best fighters, just for instance, when I used to be back at Champs Gym in Philadelphia, I used to spar this guy who was nationally ranked. He was very good, but I do real well with him in the ring, in the sparring. But if you put me in there with somebody who's on my level, who didn't know, who didn't have that natural ability to throw punches properly, I would have a tough time. I'd be in there rumbling. It's weird, man, but that's how it is, man. I love fighting. I love sparring people that can box more than I love fighting or sparring people who can't really box. Real talk. Ask my way.